All right. Hello, everyone. Welcome back. This is a Saints board. I think I might try to complete the whole thing. Just see how that goes. Compared to some of my recent experiences with bingo. I don't know how well this will go. Saint is probably one that I've practiced not as much, so I figured I should do this. This is the start of the game. We're in Sky Islands. Do I have a plan? Colored pearls. All the colored pearls should be here. Actually. Yeah. So, colored pearl collection. Common pearls. Like if I see a common pearl, I know there's one there. There's actually not that many colored or common pearls in Sky Islands. There's some overlap with the goals. That's unfortunate. Karma flowers. I can go grab a karma flower pretty quickly right where I am. The concern with this area is the lack of food. Well, actually, I think there's fruit in this room. So before I eat this, I should put it in the shelter. The Sky Islands always feels kind of desolate. Like, there's no creatures. There's not much going on. This is a sign? A sign for what? There might be fruit at the top of this room, but I don't know for sure. Oh, don't fall. There is this karma flower, which I think people tend to forget. Oh, there's tons of food up here. This is a great room. I need 4 more fruit so I can eat some of this right now. Grab 2. Don't like fall damage and oh, get that out of here. Actually, goal that I can complete immediately and get food. Be convenience. Okay. Me when I look at the chat and not the screen. Yo, it's the movement. There's a climb ladders as Saint. Yeah, it's a challenge. Yeah. It's your match too. There's a Squid Cade in Sky Islands. There's 2 more karma flowers. Do I want to go to Chimney or Farmer is? Actually, is the echo active? I'm gonna eat first, just in case. If the echo is active, then I don't know if eating this karma flower is a good idea. I think it just counts. Well, we'll see. We'll see. I mean, I don't see Spider-Man swing around with his tongue, so. It makes sense. So other echo will be the silent construct Echo. I need to go to Undergrowth at some point. Don't really have a like overall routes planned. Yeah, the Karma Flower does count. Because I do want to do stuff on the other side of Sky Islands. There's two overlapping goals. Whoops. Okay, so there's a few. There's like not as many goals as there actually are on the board. I see a route that kind of just skips over farm rays. I think I do need to go there because of the Yeeks. Or no, maybe I'll... Okay. I'll save that for later. Let's go Chimney. But that means I kind of want to go this way first just to grab pearls. Go this way and then come back to go to Chimney. Actually, I wonder if getting that Echo would actually be like optimal in a game. Because you set your karma to the max, right? So less karma farming. Like you do that right on the first cycle, just go get the Echo immediately. Instead of like using a passage. And it makes progress towards the challenge. Excuse me. My goodness. So these are colored pearls, they just look like, Oh, hold on a second. There are enough colored pearls in Sky Islands. Oh, if that fell. And then there wouldn't be enough pearls. Yeah, there's definitely enough. That's a lot of guys down there. Actually, maybe there is a decent amount of food in the Sky Islands. I just keep running into fruit. So do I want to go up here? I don't see why not, actually. Is that a white lizard? No. Their most difficult campaign. Yeah, I mean, it's like, it is definitely a difficult campaign, but I don't think it's that bad if you just change your mindset on how to play the game. Because a lot of Downpour kind of teaches you, like, you should be fighting more, right? There's so many combat slugcats. There's Spearmaster and Artificer. Well, I guess that's not the majority of the Downpour slugcats. Maybe Gourmand is sort of combat focused. Hardest is Gourmand. It's kind of hard to beat Hunter in terms of difficulty just because of the time limits. Because I think it's kind of hard to say that any of the other campaigns are really that difficult when you could just like repeat them, just like give it as many attempts, you know, as you want, until you know, eventually you're gonna make it through, even if you have like farm karma constantly. But with Hunter, it's like, oh, you actually have to like have a route planned out. You can't die too much. You can't like waste like too many cycles. Just like, you know. But if you plan it out and like know the routes, then like Hunter is like not actually that bad. There are some consistent ways to get a Vulture Mask. Oh my goodness, really? Like, surely this will be more consistent if I throw a rock first. No, it's not. Okay. I guess I should have just done the slide. Like, is Artificer really that difficult? Because maybe you're dying constantly, but there's not really a penalty for dying at all. You just kind of die like 10 times in a row and then just like get a scavenger body on the next cycle and make it through the Karma Gate anyways. I don't know. Oh my goodness. Gourmand is like not difficult, but they're like hard to get used to. Like the world state isn't that bad. I mean, there's King Vultures. There's Red Lizards. It's like you're just so slow and like the stamina is kind of bad. It's like hard to get used to, and you can die a lot because of that. The monk. You think you're invincible and you just walk through every creature. I don't recommend doing that. This is what some people call a bad idea. Just kidding. If the lizards don't follow you, then there's no danger. Speaking of egoing lizards. It's an orange, so like, you know, can't really blame me for that one. That's a situation where an open room is a lot harder to deal with. I didn't have a ceiling to swing off of to get over that guy. Favorite campaign? I don't know. I don't really like any of them. Probably Survivor. It's kind of how it is, though, for real. Where every campaign has some annoying part of it where it's like, maybe that part of the campaign is fun, but this part really sucks. I guess it would be, I mean, I don't know. I guess it'd be Sank. Rivulets was pretty cool, like story-wise, and you get to play Rivulets, but the rest of it is annoying. I mean, the actual, like, unique regions to Rivulets I don't find very enjoyable to navigate. As a character where the navigation is supposed to be, the appeal of the character. Like, oh wow, you're the aquatic character. You can explore this underwater region, except swimming really sucks because the controls are awful for some reason. And we're also gonna put you in the rots. I could, you know, not an awful idea. I could shelter here. Get my karma up. Actually, like, save before I go for that last pearl. It's very interesting. Rainworld is a very interesting game. I realized that I should have done something. I can do that on the way back. I wonder if that was the best pearl to get. I don't know if there are any other pearls, but I feel like I'd expect there to be some, because the Sky Islands. I guess there's the treasury. Yeah, that has some pearls. It's really out of the way. With the orb, I don't really like the orb either. It's really like, let's give a character with overpowered movement even better movements, but it's not even like as fun to control. And also like get rid of the short cycles, which is like the challenge of the campaign. The fact that you were a fast character, but you had to like make it to a shelter in time. Do I have enough food to shelter? I do. Well, how about I do that then? And lock in these challenges. Yeah, that's true. And if you drop it, same with Spearmaster. So after this, I was gonna go Chimney. There's one more Karma Flower I can pick up. I can... Maybe there's not many things to do in Chimney. I'm just trying to get to Industrial, really. Let's bring a Pearl that I can trade with. Some Scavenger rep. I don't even know if that counted as trading because he didn't seem to notice. Watcher, by the way, spoilers, I guess, in case anyone hasn't played Watcher. The Watcher is like a mixed bag. Like some really good stuff and then some really like annoying, like why did they put this in the game? If you perfectly split the Watcher into first ending and second ending, then that's like the split in quality as well. Where I actually really enjoyed the first ending because I stayed away from all of the second ending stuff. And the fact that they're mixed together is really annoying to me personally because I think it always takes away from the quality of the first ending to just get stuck in this like there's people who spend a lot of time in like Outer Rim, even though it's completely pointless to go there if your goal is to get the first ending. And by introducing the rot into some of the regions, you just make them like more difficult and annoying to navigate if you're still looking for echoes and just trying to explore and stuff. Plus, I mean, there's also like some regions that I'm not a fan of navigating. I think if the Watcher was, here's a bunch of regions, have fun exploring, and your reward for exploring is finding an echo that progresses the story, that concludes with Ancient Urban, that would be great. That would be great. Or the rot, if the rot was really important, make it so that Outer Rim and Unfortunate Evolution are the only like key locations that you need to visit. instead of the entire process of like spreading the rot, which is like it just takes forever and really like killed my like enjoyment of the game, the DLC. If there was some sort of journey that was like find these 2 key locations, and then like instantaneously spreads the rot everywhere, and then maybe you have to do some sort of ending from that point, that would be way better because there'd be no like tedium at all. And I'm worried the Watcher is getting an update in like not too long, in like this month. I'm worried that they're just gonna keep adding content. They're just gonna pile on more, like here's some more regions and more rooms and more endings and all that. And they're not gonna go back and fix the problems with the content that was already here. I think that if I had an opportunity to change the Watcher and update it, I would remove content more than that I'd want to add it. I'd maybe cut down on how big Aether Ridge is, maybe rework a lot of the rooms. Give it the whole like spreading the rot process because it just really sucks. Or maybe just make it spread automatically way faster. Or make it so that Unfortunate Evolution or something in Outer Rim just lets you like spread the rot instantly. More iterators. I think what are they called? The Prince? I think they are interesting enough. They are interesting enough. If they were, because they were pretty disappointing characters to me, that I kept visiting them and they had some random throwaway line of dialogue that didn't really do anything. It was like a huge waste of time. And I think iterators, they're kind of boring, to be honest. All the structures are roughly the same, kind of boring zero gravity movements. So unless you skip all of that and just only visit the iterator themselves, like, I don't like, what are they gonna have to say? Like, oh, hello, I'm an iterator, I'm working on the great problem just like everyone else. They, you know, like, 5 Pebbles and Moon maybe just be like the most interesting that it gets, or as interesting as it gets for iterators. You know, they have like drama between them. They have, you know, a series of events that you kind of discover as you learn more about the story about like what Pebbles did to Moon and how that impacted the environment around them. Maybe if it was focused on like Sliver of Straw instead, but it's like that's like that story was 5 Pebbles story. That was like the motivation for 5 Pebbles. That's not something that we're focusing on. That apparently the game doesn't seem to care either, because we didn't get any elaboration on Sliver of Straw at all since, you know, like Hunter's campaign, I guess. Or what, didn't even have anything to do with Hunter. Maybe just Survivor, which is base Survivor, just had a little bit of Sliver of Straw and that was it. But yeah, so sorry for being negative. Having a bunch of new regions to explore was very fun. There are a bunch of them that I really love. That are probably some of my favorite regions in the whole game. And it's just like cool to have more Rainworld to explore, really. And also Ancient Urban is really good. What am I doing? I could just get that echo, by the way. That's an option, but it's unnecessary. I knew it. Like, this is so risky, but like, surely I've stabbed them twice with the spear. They should be. That should be enough, yeah. Actually, I'm gonna grab another pearl. Maybe I can trade with this merchant and another merchant for that goal. Minus 1 Karma Flower. Always sucks to die after getting one. Probably should have just sheltered because there's so much food. Oh, you have some stuff I can actually pick up. I don't need this. I'll carry the lantern with me to trade with another merchant. I can use this explosive spear maybe to kill a vulture or something. I don't know. The problem with Watcher is Aether Ridge. It's a pretty old modded region that even back when it released, like forever ago, as one of the first modded regions ever, people were like, hey, this region is like really difficult and annoying to navigate. And it's like mostly unchanged from that original version, except for a handful of like sub-regions. Like Heat Ducks got a big overhaul, but the main chunk of Aether Ridge is kind of exactly the same as it was, and like that's just crazy to take such an old mod and just put it in with barely any changes at all. Also, as one of the like largest regions that you always end up connecting back to when you're exploring. And also, I think regions with a lot of connections are actually not great for exploration, because imagine you enter Aether Ridge and then you leave through another exit. So you were in some region, you entered Aether Ridge, and then you left to some other region. Okay, it feels like you've explored Aether Ridge now, but actually you missed like 3 things, because Aether Ridge actually connects to like 2 other regions and it has an echo in it. I think I'm making up these numbers. I don't know how many connections it has. It has a lot of connections. But that means you're going to go back to Aether Ridge. Or you might end up back in Aether Ridge and you're like, oh, I've already explored this place, right? But you actually haven't. There's like still more to explore, and you miss an echo, and that echo connects to a region that also has an echo in it. So like, you miss out on a lot of stuff. It's so big. But then there's other regions that are like, they have 2 connections that are like kind of linear. Like Verdant Waterways, I think it's called. It has 3 connections, but one of them is from an echo. So without that echo, I think it's actually just a linear path from like Turbulent Pump to another region. It's been a while. I'm not familiar with the names of the regions. But you know, I really like that region. It feels like a journey to like travel across that region to another one, and then you feel like you've experienced the region. Like I've you know, travel. It's I don't know. I guess I just like linear areas because there's not as much anxiety about like what you're missing out on. That is always such a annoying thing in games when there's 2 paths, but you don't know which path is the main path. So you just want to go, because you just want to go on the side path every time so that you can thoroughly explore the area. But it's always like a mix of like going to optional areas and going down the main path, so you miss some of the optional paths. I guess that's just how it is in games with exploration, but. Oh, nice one. There is a guy here. Yippee. I don't know if there's a good answer to that problem. Unless you're like maybe given a map that was like, here's the main path to the end of the area. So you're like, all right, follow this path to get to the end. And it's like a very like sparse map. So like it only really tells you the path and nothing else. So it doesn't actually spoil anything that you'll find on the path. So it still feels like you're exploring, but you're like, oh, this path isn't on the map. Let's check this out, you know? That actually made me feel more like exploring, because if you're going off the path, find areas. Real life bingo, isn't it just like really boring? Like, I mean, congratulations, I guess. I think considering that you're going through portals that connect what are supposedly like quite distant areas, you know, I think it makes sense for there to be more unique creatures that are like designed for specific environments. Because like the barnacles, they're so overused. Every aquatic area has them. I don't know how true that is, but it feels like it. It's like it feels like sometimes you just connect between a bunch of aquatic areas and you just keep seeing these damn crabs everywhere. Right. Why not design like 2 areas around the crabs and then make a new aquatic creature that is the basis of another area? Like Badlands has so many unique creatures in it alone. It's I think it's actually one of the better regions, even though a lot of people don't like it. Yeah, I think the update is adding more creatures. Like just invisibility working at least a little bit with the locusts is such a nice quality of life change. Yeah, I think that was another thing about the update. Like they're adding more interactions between creatures. Pre-patched locusts were better because you had to interact more with the like ways to counteract them. Yeah, the bug with the max level invisibility, that just didn't make any sense. So I was gonna grab some bombs here. Okay, okay. I did not see from the top of the screen. But it's also like, I guess that is kind of how Reynold is. How to learn how to take advantage of the environments to navigate some areas. Because like half of the time it's like you can do whatever you want to get past this room. All of your base movement works, right? And other times it's like you need to learn how to use the reindeer, right? Okay, they're so good at like sneaking up on you and grabbing you without like I'm trying to get them to lick me. And also there's the problem of people being stuck in Badlands, even though that's not really a thing, because there's like 20 different paths you can take at any given moment. So like, if you really don't know how to navigate the region, just go to a different region, you know? I think silencers might just be too dangerous. If I see a white lizard, yeah, that's like, get licked by white lizards. See, that's so easy. That was not. That was just kind of pathetic. Hello. Welcome to the stream. I don't really know why I went this way. I think I was just looking for white lizards. I think maybe what would have made Badlands better is if you observed more creatures finding ways to get around them. Like, what if you watched the scavengers? I guess they added that, yeah? Scavengers, like, carrying spore puffs. Even though I don't think they use them very well. Like, what if there were creatures that were, like, always, like, hanging out in the mud and they didn't get attacked by locusts? Or maybe it was the scavengers instead who were using the mud mainly? They don't use them. Oh goodness. I would love to go grab a bomb before I shelter. But okay, let's just shelter. Lock in some goals as well. I kind of wish players were less scared of the environment sometimes. I've seen people go to the depths and they're just like anxious the entire time because they're worried if the rain is going to kill them down there, if there's going to be some predator that's going to kill them because they haven't sheltered in a long time. And it's like, the area is completely safe. You could just chill and like, explore and like enjoy the environments. But people are like still tense all the time. Maybe Rain World would be a different game, but I feel like a better approach would to be like the world is mostly peaceful, but occasionally a predator shows up and you have to like be on guard, you know? Instead of there's just predators everywhere, and that's always like the default experience of just like good luck surviving, you know? Good luck to these guys. Oh, there's a lantern down there. I actually think I need to grab that more than this hazer. It's getting a little bit more difficult to achieve that. Yeah, okay. All those lanterns would have been really nice, but I fumbled. That's what Monk is. But Monk is a bad way to experience the game, as everyone says, yeah? How many centipedes do we need in this room? Or in this little part of the region? Oh, yes. That's what I love to see. That was just a huge failure. I'll need to spend a few cycles here. Ooh, so one of you die, please. I'd like your lanterns. No, that's not correct. That's a cyan lizard. Maybe I can trade. Trade with their own pearls. Yeah, I got one. Oh. I forget this red lizard is here sometimes. How chaotic is this room gonna be? Actually, not that bad. Oh, I need to bomb. Yeah, if I had a bomb, I would throw one at that guy. wondering if I should maybe just go to outskirts. Well, no, I'm planning on leaving to outskirts. So I should do everything here first. I'm mostly sheltering just to reset the cycle and hopefully get more bombs. Let's go gambling. I would like to tame a lizard. It probably has to be... I think scions are easier to tame than most others. They're all orange lizards. Hold on, Milo. Okay, I'm not finding anything here. How easy is it to tame a strawberry? Yeah, the cutscene, I think... Do you only get a cutscene as Survivor? Like all the diagrams and stuff? I could try to tame strawberry. Okay, that didn't work. Wait, you didn't even pick it up, dude. You picked it, that's the wrong food. Okay, that actually works, surprisingly. How about you, one of you guys grabs the Caesar? That didn't even count as taming. What the heck? That was a snap. My goodness. Oh, how did a white lizard get that? Oh goodness. Are you my friend? I should just get out of here. I don't need to go this way. I don't know why I'm doing that. Some more centipedes. Yep. Why'd I whiplash? I'm somehow alive. Really? What about like my whole plan to like get bombs from this shelter? What about that, huh? There's a lot of food here, so I can just reset a few times. Is this a situation? Okay. Bombs, please. That's perfect, actually. Thank you. Okay, so Center Wing. She was like, you just stole something. I wish I could carry another item, but I don't have the space. This is unfortunate. Is there a Center Wing this way? No. Okay, they didn't seem aggressive though. Maybe just a little bit of trading that I did is enough to give me positive rep. That was a really loud nicer mouse. Seemed either. So I need to bomb a Center Wing. There should be some over here. That's a vulture. There's a dude up here. I was like, how do I not blow myself up, you know? Because I die very easily to grenades and I don't throw them very far. Like up here, maybe? Okay, because if the Center Wing was at the bottom left of this room that I'm in. Oh, maybe is there one here, too? Why are they just like sitting in the corners of the room? Can you like move around and fly and like do your thing? This guy is very tired. Are you dead? Wait, they're both dead. What? I was like, oh, they caught the Center Wing. Apparently it's the other way around. Apparently I can't find this guy anymore either. Oh. Okay, goodbye. If you came back through that pipe, it'd be really cool. That didn't count. Oh, I need to kill. I realize that's the condition here. Well, it's been like 10 seconds, but like... No. Okay, let's I'm going to drop this vulture grub there so I can carry more stuff. Again, yeah, I made that same mistake yesterday. Or last stream. Not yesterday. No, they're friends. They could probably kill me. Okay, 2 bombs. Nah, these are... I made these myself, actually. I figured it out. Just like Hornet. Okay, how do I do this? I need to find a Center Wing and then like partially kill them and then blow them up. I think they're already dead. Let me drop one of these here. Spear acquired. That's the wrong direction. Ah, that would have worked. I should have been more careful about that. I was just trying to be fast and like run away and... Okay, so, keep going. I think I'm gonna do the same strategy of like try to drop off the Vulture Grove. Okay, you're a good Sandwing to kill. Oh wow, look how many of them there are. It always looks so not dangerous. Saint, you're so weak. Yeah, I actually got really lucky last cycle with the 3 bombs. I mean, I got the Karma Flower back. I think I actually can restart pretty quickly if I just die next to the shelter. That's a way to die. Thank you. Yeah, I should probably just check the shelter or the treasury immediately, just see if there are bombs in the first place. Unfortunately, for like every bomb-related challenge, there is an element of RNG. Like, usually there's places where you can find bombs, but it is not guaranteed. I think for real bingo games, there's a lot of decision making in terms of like what goals you even bother with at all. Because there's like, you know, there's goals that are like, if we get this goal, we get a bingo, so it's like pretty worthwhile, even if it might take a long time. Or if it blocks the other team's bingo. So, you know, there's situations where like any goal can be worth going for. There's also like, I just go to farm race, I can kill a Centerwing, or I can blow up a Centerwing later. Right, the outskirts goal is like, I need to be in outskirts, but like, I could get a bomb in farm race, and there should be plenty of Centerwings there as well, yeah? And I need to go to farm race later. So I should probably just keep moving for now. Stop rolling for bombs and just like, do this here. I can also drop the Vulture Grove and make it slightly easier for myself. But yeah, for like a real bingo game, you look at these like bomb goals, you're like, oh, just go pick up a bomb and like blow up a creature, right? But then it's like, well, I don't get any bombs, so I have to get food and shelter again to restart it, and then I have to check for a bomb again and don't blow myself up. And if I do blow myself up, then I might lose the bomb that I have. But it might not respawn next cycle, so you know. Maybe you look at the skill and you're like, I don't actually need to do that, so let's not do that and not waste our time. Because there's other goals where it's like, if you just go to this region, you can't complete the goal. You know, that's the only requirements just to get to this location. Like, like this goal, like enter Frigid Coast, right? I mean, there's a duplicate here. This would normally not be the case, but like all I have to do is get to Frigid Coast, and that's a goal. All I have to do is get the Sand Unlock, that's a goal. You know, echoes are consistent locations, so these two challenges, these are tied together. Get the echo, get these two goals, you know. So those are kind of the ones that you want to base your strategy around, I think. And if you don't spend too much time getting distracted by other goals, which is the main challenge actually, then you'll have a head start. Because the other team might be like, well, I want to like spread out my goals. I want to like do this and do that, and you know, do as many challenges as possible. But if you just focus on the ones that are easy to get, then you can get them faster. Okay, I can get rid of this Vulture Grove. I need to tame a creature. I might try to tame a strawberry, depending on how easy it is to do that with bat flies. Eat some of this. I can bomb. I mean, I guess I just bomb and I just run to drainage, probably. Oh goodness. Oh goodness. Okay, goodbye everyone. Have fun down there. Oh, you're right there though. Like, that's just unfortunate. I can't kill you though, so that if the goal was just to hit you, that would actually be a lot easier. Hey Vulture. He's just chilling. I mean, if there just happened to be a Centipede on the toll, that would actually be best case scenario. 2 birds, 1 bomb. If I could also kill the Centipede, so it's probably not gonna happen. Don't bank on that. The hard part actually is just getting the bomb enough distance. Considering my weak throwing ability. Is there a pearl there? Oh my goodness. Jump scared. He's like, you cannot pass. Okay, I understand, man. I'm just getting out of here now. Will that make it more difficult to cross the toll later in the future? Maybe. Perhaps. Oh. Carmel, Day Rune. I actually tongued them through the floor. Okay, so if I don't get past this guy, I'm just dead to the red. Okay, that was a little stressful. This is also, yeah, this is great. Orange, eat, Centipede. Yes. Are there any tameable lizards here? There's a strawberry. That's just about it. Wait, I can't eat you now. No way that actually took 3 spears. They were just bleeding out, yeah? Also, I didn't think about how I'd find noodle flies. I hope they're on farm race. Or, oh, this is a long pipe. I hope they're in a region that I can access. Or I hope they exist, actually. That's it. That's the only requirement. Sometimes I accidentally put gold on the board that aren't actually possible because of Saints World State. Yippee! Yeah, they got shelter. It's actually a little bit challenging to like enter drainage. I might as well lock in multiple goals actually. That's pretty good. I mean, there's a lot of like weird exceptions. Like maybe there's a creature that exists only if you lineage it, so it's like technically it's not an option, but like it could be an option if you want to make a really specific challenge. So it's generally good to just leave as many options as possible. Like this challenge collects colored pearls. This used to not be selectable because there aren't colored pearls for Saints, but actually they still exist. They're just faded, so like you can still go and pick them up, you know. So the challenge might as well exist. Okay, we're gonna have to kill a lot of stuff. Kill 2 Dropwigs and then kill or pin 2 blue lizards. And there's a lot of those creatures in this region. I think I'm going to sub after this. Actually, I should probably check the map real quick. I don't know if noodle flags exist. Well, few locations to check. Okay, I don't know if there's any at all. I'd like that spear back, please. Thank you. Stowaway room. Bottom text. Two spears is not enough. Oh shoot, are you tamed? Because I saved your life. Maybe, potentially. I want to kill you still, though. Sorry. Oh, that's a hole in the ground. I am live. I'm sorry you can't see anything, because I can't see anything either. Fang's tongue is like the strongest thing in the game because you can like carry like anything with it. You can even pull yourself through walls if you want. Here you go. I got this. I got this. There we go. Oh wait, it doesn't. I don't even have to pin them. It's literally just kill. I did all that for no reasons. Nice. If I still have to tame... Hold on, what am I doing here? I'm just going to sub. So, I'll have to come back anyways. Salt. Sate. What different names are there for this character? do some people just call them salts? Like that's probably happened. Where's Pepper? Oh, I almost died. I don't think that Centipede registered getting stabbed. I think, in fact, barely noticed at all. Saint is that weak. Oh, hold on. I can trade. There's a merchant here. I can trade with you. Or what? You don't want to trade? Is there a problem with me or something? There we go. They heard news of a toll being bombed, so obviously I'm the culprit. Where are there blue lizards? I thought there were a ton of them here. There actually are not that many. There's only one more on the other side of the region. Okay, guess we'll go there. Help. Salt is for Aether Ridge, right? Okay. Was that a blue color? Might be easiest just to shelter and then run to, because the blue lizard should be in this room. Oh, they are. I got licked too, so if I killed them, that would be like, that'd be really good. Okay, what if she looks at me? Yeah. Oh wow. Red lizard in training? Maybe it's the strawberries we should be worried about, goodness. Automatic strawberry. Yeah, so this time I don't have a spear because I was eating food. Yes, there's 2 targets in this room. That didn't work. That's strange. What kind of finagling am I trying to do there? I should probably, well, I don't know. I guess it's not that far, but now it's like karma might be an issue, so. Hey, that's the wrong thing. Yeah, that's why I don't like carrying items when you're going for the like challenge. Then it's like you need an item to protect yourself. Oh, are you tamed? You're like not trying to kill me? This guy's weird. I feel like that's the thing where like a lizard is like partially tamed, so like they don't try to kill you, but they can do. Okay, if there is a droplet, I can actually try to kill them. I think that's a good enough goal. Kill 1 droplet and 1 blue, and then shelter, and then maybe they'll respawn. I can just go straight to sub afterwards. Yeah, and it hides in this room too. This room or the next room where like the ceiling is like covered in stuff, so it's hard to tell. There they are again. Do not like doing that underwater. Where is there like a reasonable place to like throw a spear? I need flat terrain. The way they held the rock in their mouth. April and smelts. Yay, 1 speeder hits. I'm drowning. I'm not. There's like a ledge there. Okay, luckily that counted as my kill. I think the leashes were about to get him. I'm actually drowning. Okay. I didn't think that these leashes would do that. Okay. Not great. Is this 4 karma? Yeah, it is. Okay, well, that's fun. This is another one of those goals where it's like, oh, just kill a blue lizard. That's so easy, but the terrain really sucks. So it makes it really difficult because there's no flat area to like just do the normal strategy. I don't know how dangerous that is. Like, am I putting myself at risk there, or is it totally safe? Those are the only 2 options there. Maybe they can't. Okay, can I just like kill the dropwig and then like shelter and not like die for the 15th time to a blue lizard? That'd be wonderful. This is why people think Saint is difficult, because the moment you try to fight anything, it like does not end up well for you. You know, stab or hit a lizard with a rock, but then it immediately turns around and bites you. Or maybe a spear. Usually probably spear, because the low damage means it's not going to stun for as long as you expect. Hello, welcome back. I'm still here. I've not made any progress. Oh, now you're the first one to show up. Oh, the dropwig is still there. I actually, like, didn't see them. Okay, well, now I guess I can't kill either of them. And there's also no spears. This guy doesn't have any spears either. Oh, now they do. Okay, Karma Flower, Shelter. I should have done this way earlier. Okay, I'm gonna love doing that every cycle just to kill these creatures. Still no spears. Yep, still nothing. What if I hit him into kelp? Hit him with the rock, get eaten by the kelp? Surely that would actually count for kill credit, yeah? Watcher foreshadowing, type terrain, type geometry. Hey, dude. Okay, they deleted spears from the game. You know, Snake is a pacifist. Snake does not need spears. So why spawn them in? That's not a spear. If you're gonna drown yourself, I like the kill credit. I missed. Oh, there's a spear. Maybe. Two stowaways in that room. They still don't do anything. Okay, blue lizard. That counted as a kill. Thank you and goodbye. Cure these leeches before they drain the food that I have. Okay, so I've actually made progress. Not much progress. This is still taking way too long. Oh, I also need to trade with the merchant again, because I did that the first time here. I remember your rain roll. I remember your score runs. Once again, I really wanted to grab that spear that I had. Oh, that would be a good place to kill a blue lizard up there. Okay, I'm like kind of getting tired of this. Like, is that a spear? Yes. Don't ever lose this. And I immediately drop it into the water. Where no one will ever find it. Ooh, and the lick? The double action? That was so strategic. This is funny how we like to make references. It's not even really like a joke or like anything. It's just like, hey, this thing exists. And other people are like, oh, that thing does exist. Or 90% of the time, they're like, what? and, well, I always like when people come into the chat and say some random reference and I actually get it. Or at the very least, someone else in chat gets it. Merchant. Thank you. I think I could find another dropper down here. Chance. Actually, I shouldn't. Well, there's plenty of droplegs in sub, yeah. No, there's actually just one. That's for every other character. The one dropper down there, Undergrowth, should have more. Okay, in the other direction. Why did I like make a goal to like kill like the only 2 creatures that actually exist in this region? Oh my goodness. This region has 2 blue lizards and 2 droplegs. How about I kill both of them? And these guys are involved now as well. He's not trying to kill me. A bit hard to read your body language when you're covered in spikes yourself. Guy has anxiety. Dropleg? Are you real? Oh, I do need food. There you are. I remember that RPG that I was talking about earlier. I was writing down ideas for it. I think I did have ideas for the actual like environments and story and stuff, but I didn't really like write it down. I did think of, however, a combat system, because you can't just have turn-based combat just be the way it is, so that's too boring. I guess that's not implied necessarily, but like I had an idea. What if each enemy, I mean, like doing some sort of action to like dodge or like block attack in turn-based combat, that's not new. That's like Paper Mario. Paper Mario, like, press the button when they attack, you take like half damage. But what if it was like enemies had like a combo, you know, and you have to learn the combo to parry them. So it'd be like this enemy does like a long delay and then an attack, and then this enemy does like a short delay into 2 quick attacks, and then this enemy does like 2 quick attacks and then 1 long attack, and you know. And if there's like multiple enemies at once, you need to chain all of their combos together to parry them correctly. Yeah. A totally unique idea, by the way, not inspired by anything in particular. We're actually making progress. Would you look at that? What if I kill one of you? And then just carry you with me. What does that mean? In front of a crowd? Like they're on the ceiling and they drop down? Shout out to every single one of those animations of a character saying, "Let me break it down for you," and then they start dancing. Oh, I do not. That is a specific chance move. Wow, I got a bingo. Uncultured, probably. Probably, definitely, yeah. I'm so green right now. Look at this. This room is so green. I was gonna say that you can't normally get neuron glow as Saint. That's not true. There is a way. What if Undertale had, like... maybe it does. So I'm thinking, if this was Undertale, the game would care about you eating Moon's neurons. Because right now, there's no consequences. Just kind of the sad part of, like... Yeah, you could just do it, and, like, what's gonna stop you? And, like, nothing really changes in the world because Moon is still just kind of dead. She's just a little more dead if you eat her brain cells. Undertale's like, why did you do that? Do you really need to glow in the dark? You should just brought a flashlight, man. You are so slow. What else am I doing here? I am going to Shoreline and maybe dodging the Leviathan, but I could also do that equally in Shoreline itself. So what if I just go this way? Okay, not too many goals left. Still a lot of distance to travel. Gotta go to Shoreline and then to Farmers. Also sign a contract at some point. I love being able to see. It's real beneficial. Do I sound like I'm really far away from the mic right now? Just wondering. Also, this is not the right way. Sound fine? Okay. So I'm kind of far away. I know people are always like, you gotta be like right next to the mic for it to sound good. But maybe that's just if you like care about background noise or something. I don't know. Yo, Marisburgs, where you at? There we go. That's more like it. You the centipede? A little bit of a traffic jam. What does one do in this situation? I guess go under. Or just wait. What does that even mean? Are there Mirrorspurs running around? Like... Thank you, Lag Spikes. You're really letting me play this game at a high level. It's just so difficult to like just load in one room after the next. Like, you know, like the computer's putting in a lot of effort to load these rooms in. So, I shouldn't be too hard on it. Yeah, it is. Saints does spin every once in a while. Oh, pigeons. I guess. I don't think pigeons are that bad. I mean, maybe everything in Rainworld is just so small that it actually kind of would be a fair comparison. I've not seen that. They're silly like that? That's one definition of silly. So yeah, I should have removed this goal and replaced it with something else. How about this one wall that collapses and makes this significantly easier to navigate? I have heard of that. Right. So based on these stories, like a bunch of mirror spurs running around, like that's not too unreasonable. But like, yeah, that's probably happening somewhere in the world. I know that you can like, for some birds, you can like convert a picture into like a sound, and then play that sound for the birds so that you can learn it, and like almost like replicate the image if you convert the sound back into that format. And then the bird might like spread its like new song to like other birds, and thus spreading their image around. What are we doing? Dodge Leviathan. Yo, I'm a big fan. Don't mind me almost drowning. Hey, do you want to like not go down there? What are they doing? There should be like a billion Leviathans for saying so. Oh, there we go. Oh, you're not hungry. Okay. Right. Alright then. Okay, goodbye. Yeah, so what is the plan here? I was going to... I could just sit here and wait for longer, I guess. I could be Leviathans in that room. They're just gonna eat the big jellyfish and ignore me. That's not fair. I'm so excited. This is peak gameplay. I love making modifications to games that I've played before to make them more exciting. Anyone else do that? Like, a lot of my experiences with games when I was younger was playing one game over and over again, but with like a self-imposed challenge every time, which was mostly Terraria. Is the Leviathan gonna come flying at me from the side of the screen? Oh. Okay. I was literally prepared to run away as fast as possible, and I still got. Contact damage. We're playing Hollow Knight. I mean, we're playing Silksong. Silksong, you could have removed contact damage. All the enemies' attacks do double damage anyway, so it's like still kind of difficult to not die. Yeah, you kept the contact damage in. Why is that? What is so threatening about a guy just chilling there and me bumping into him? Is he covered in spikes? That's probably not gonna. They're probably just gonna go for the jellyfish. Is that even a Leviathan? Oh yeah, it is. He's eating dirt. Maybe someday they will return to the surface. Maybe the dragons will return someday and bring a new era. Okay, this is not working. What is that? Is that a thing down there? Hold on, I'm like drowning real quick. Don't mind me. That is a Leviathan. Are you dead? You good, dude? Oh, threat music. Hold on. Shovel bird? Shovel. What if instead of a bird it was like a knight? They use the shovel as a weapon. Oh, I just froze the game for a second. Like I just unlocked a new ability or something? Yo, dude, can you like... I mean, a shovel is kind of a weird idea for a weapon, so that probably wouldn't work. I don't know what I'm thinking. Hello, I'm right here. Oh! I actually dodged him. I didn't expect that. Cool. I'm very cold. Goodbye. I don't think I actually have enough food. No, there should be enough. Maybe. Yes, I have enough. These references are getting too... I don't know. But what if the night was like... What if they were hollow? I'm going in this... No, in this direction. What way do I want to go about doing this? I think I want to carry a jellyfish with me. I don't know where to get a jellyfish. Probably actually not this way. I don't think it's in that direction. A dark night. How many other nights are there? Oh, wait, are there any jellyfish here? Or aren't the jellyfish in like really weird spots? Yeah, hold on. They're not this way. No fear. Dude. They outswam me, no. Okay, well, at least I know which direction to go. The caramel flower should be right there. I did hit the glow weed, glow fruit, glow whatever that is. okay, so I'm just not making it past this, I see. How am I supposed to get over there, then? I guess I'll just go this way. Take the long way around. Oh wow, look who decided to show up right away. Dude, that leaped for me. Oh, I see. Hey, look, there's like some alternatives. I had so many options to avoid that situation. Yeah, actually, that's a good idea for them because jellyfish tend to kill them. It's like a 50-50 whether the jellyfish will die or the Miros vulture will die. Nothing to see here. Am I taking a huge risk, maybe? Yeah, why not just like start flying and like using my mind to blow them up? Like, it sounds like such an easy solution. Every problem. I guess I should probably be eating these. I don't know how much more food there is elsewhere. I think there's still food here, actually. No, it's all bubble fruit. Also, there's the jellyfish that I'm looking for. Don't die. Yeah, don't get. I'm actually dying to this dude. Yeah, I am. Okay, I was like joking, and then it became real. I'm having a great time. My favorite game, Rain World. Hello. Big jump. That tech was actually kind of useful there. Why is there a karma flower there? There's nothing dangerous in this room. The same exact thing happened again. It was almost as if I specifically picked Saints because they're a challenging character that I'm not as used to playing. Let's just get out of here. I also need to remember that as cool as it is to like complete like 4 challenges at the same time, The significantly safer option is to shelter whenever possible to lock in whatever progress you've made. Especially for a particularly difficult or RNG goal. If you can complete it and lock it in right away, then that's great. Problem with Saint, actually, I think why Saint's bingos tend to be difficult is because of the lack of food and more like, and how it's difficult to just like lock in progress whenever you want to, because like there's only like enough food to like cycle like or to shelter like twice in this region, so I gotta complete like all my goals in like 2 cycles. So whereas you can play Hunter, kill 1 lizard and get enough food. So you know, if you're playing Hunter, you can just like complete a goal, kill the lizard, shelter, and then like, repeat, you know. And also, like, partially, like, maybe it's not that hard to get food, but it's always, like, you need to go somewhere new to find food. Sometimes there are, like, enough fruit in one area for you to, like, survive multiple cycles, or, like, enough like, baby centipedes, or, like, there's some shelters in garbage waste where you can, like, eat baby centipede shelter, and then the same baby centipedes are there when you wake up, you know? Or if you eat them all, you can go to the next room over and eat some more, like, baby centipedes, or a popcorn plant, or, you know, there's gonna be so much food in one area. And for, like, Hunter, every single creature is, like, enough food for a whole cycle, you know? Every lizard, like, 1 vulture, 1 green lizard, 1, like, big centipede. Or I guess if you're just really familiar with like where all the food is in the world, like I could have like not eaten food earlier because now I know there's like enough food up here. Right, I could have remembered that and be like, oh yeah, there's like a bunch of like slime mold and fruit up before the shelter right here, so I don't actually need any food until I get to this point. Oh, so those karma flowers actually saved me from karma farming here. And I've already completed the karma flower goal, so that's actually the new patch being very helpful here. Here's the troll lizard. Okay, that was scary. I was like thinking they might just fall on my face. Yippee. So I just need to get the echo. They should already be active, and then I just run to farmers. So I don't even need to carry the jellyfish. I could carry them and zap some creatures for fun. We'll have enough time for that later. Will there be yeek strats? What are yeek strats? You mean like the yeek's like not working very well and just like foaming around? Then in that case, yes. I suppose there will be. There's something else you mean by that? Jumping over worm grass? Something? Oh, he's... What a kind lizard, taking the path. Taking the other path to let me through. And the echo pacification actually helps a lot here. I kind of wonder, like, assume a bunch of, like, scientists found, like, a desolate island and planted a bunch of plants, like a bunch of grass and trees and other, you know, and made it, like, into a habitable place, and then just, like, dumped a bunch of, like, animals. Like a bunch of birds, a bunch of, like, insects, and, like, whatever else. Would they just, like, should be chill? Like, oh, it's just, like, the same old, you know, just keep, like, finding food, keep, like, find places to live, you know? I always think it's crazy. Find some random island in the middle of the ocean and there's like a full like ecosystem. Like, how did they get there? And the answer is that they had millions of years to get there. So any little like anything like random thing floating across the ocean or flying across the wind or some bird flying around like carrying stuff with it or any little chance for life to spread, it will take that chance. And you have millions of years to work with, so it's gonna happen. And life is pretty good at doing its thing once it's been established, so. They stick around. Two more challenges. That could have been completed a lot earlier if I decided to get any other echo, and I think that might have actually been the right decision in a real game. Because, like, yeah, obviously the Silent Contract echo gets you the second echo that you need, but what if you just got 2 other echoes and you got 1 other challenge for free? And, like, the chimney echo is, like, not that out of the way. I'm also wondering, like, what are the poor animals thinking when humanity has, like, changed the environment so drastically in the past few hundred years, few thousand years maybe? They're probably all chill, living in, like, forests and fields and whatever. And then suddenly there's, like, these cities, and it's like, oh, shoot, I guess we just gotta get used to it. And then the ones that are, you know, good at adapting to new places, they're chill. They're having a great time. Like, how much of their instincts have actually changed to adapt, or is it just like they just think they're in like a forest? It just works out for them, you know. I kind of think of insects as like little robots that just kind of follow a simple set of instructions. They probably don't know what's going on at all. Flying into your house only to like run into the window for like 10 minutes and then spin around in a circle above or under like a light. What are they thinking? Are they good? Probably not. I think jumping spiders seem to be uniquely intelligent. I don't know about any other like particularly intelligent insects other than like eusocial ones, which like you can't really tell if they are intelligent or just kind of like once again following a set of simple instructions that kind of arise or kind of leads to complexity. But like a jumping spider, he's just a spider, you know. But they you know, they learn from their mistakes. They're at least a little bit more intelligent than the rest of them. I mean, spiders are like, don't underestimate them, I guess. They can like build webs. That's like a little bit complicated, but is that just like instincts again? Like, I feel like doing this set of instructions and oh, a very intricate web has appeared as a result of that. Hey, excuse me. I guess there's a lot of animals that create nests that can be intricate. Like there's like some random pufferfish that like makes like a whole design in the sea floor. Team Reptile game. Is it another one of these? I'll probably look at that later. Tower fans are gonna love this one. I did not really care much for the other game they released. I enjoy Lethal League, but have I talked about Lethal League at all on this stream? I enjoy that game. I've played it quite a bit. Both of them. So rare. Why? I feel like the Lantern should like recognize me as a fellow glowing creature. We're so similar. We can also hang from the ceiling. Like, come on, we're basically the same. There's this game, Expedition 33, that people seem to love. People seem to be a big fan of that game. Every time I look at gameplay, it looks really boring, but I'm sure the story is great, and I just don't have any context for that. Fair Obscure? Like, I'm not saying that correctly. Not great in general. I am guessing it's going to be Game of the Year, just from how much I've heard about it, and everyone being like, it's like the kind of game that you wish you could replay, or like wipe your memories of it and replay again because it's so good. If I could actually grab another bomb right now, Ooh, where'd your mask go? Yo, Vulture. Thanks, dude. Although carrying this mask actually is not very beneficial to me. So I need to carry a bomb and this jellyfish and maybe a spear also. Sure, I'll keep it for a little bit. New text just drops. What the heck? Just remove my mask. They figured it out, finally. That lizard is gonna like start the evolution of the lizard species, where they're no longer scared. Well, maybe they'll try to use that trick on a real vulture and then die. So never mind, actually. They do like to do that? I've never seen that before. Oh, great. Maybe... Oh, I can really see what's happening in this room. Wow, how did they not, like, look at this room. How did they not land in the water? My first game of the year is a game that I've never heard of ever before in my life. Hey, dude. Oh, hi. That poor mouse. I don't know. I guess it would be Silksong for me. I don't tend to play that many new games. I'm usually more excited for some updates to some game that I've already played before. Ooh, the 50th Terraria update. I can't wait to play this. Oh, I forgot to check for bombs. Oh well. Let's keep going, I guess. Interesting music. Something else, I feel like often the games that people enjoy are not the games that are well received or have like good ratings or get game of the year or whatever. I'm sure there's a lot of games that people like, a lot of people play, and a lot of people are like, oh yeah, that's a good game. But then people stick around to play the games that like have like 85% positive reviews on Steam, and it's like, I hate playing this game, but I have 2,000 hours in it. And how often is there a game released that like perfectly fits someone's interests and is also like, you know, very high quality and like, you know, it's always like, yeah, I'm a fan of this like one particular shooter, but also it has like a billion problems and I hate the developers and this and that and that. But I'm still gonna keep playing it because it's like the gameplay is like sometimes peak. Oh. Never heard this concept before. The last thing that I'm gonna have to do is transport a Yeek across 2 gates, so that's gonna take some time. The most obscure? That's an impossible question to answer. Also, it's probably some like, I mean, any like solo devs game that they've just not shared with anyone else is the answer to that question. Or maybe it's like you can ask like an AI to make a game and just like not share it. Just, like create all the files, like tuck it away in like in some folder somewhere, put it on a hard drive, bury it somewhere, and like no one will ever play that game, but it exists. Oh, it's a wonderful day. What a wonderful day to be shocking Karma Lizards. I mean, I've created games that only I have played. Maybe they're not finished. Maybe that's the problem though. Once the game becomes playable and like feature completes, that's when it gets like shared around. There are artists who create arts but then just like don't share it ever. It's like discovered after they die. That might happen someday with video games. Do I try to kill you? I do not have the means necessary. If I had a spear, is actually what I was saying there. I mean, like in reality, it's not that hard to make a video game. Just have really low standards and a really small scope. And you can create a recreation of any arcade game you want in like 10 minutes if you copy all the sound effects and assets and everything else. If you could do that stuff too, you know, it's probably not that bad. Just use some like 8-bit stuff that's like easy to make. Even projects that I make that I like with the intent of being like a small scope, I end up like thinking of ways to make it more interesting, which makes it harder to develop. Like I can't just make a generic this game. I need to like add some sort of gimmick, and then that gimmick is like 10 times as complicated as everything else. This Center Wing is just gonna chill down there, aren't they? That's people on YouTube who just say hi and nothing else. You're great. Thank you for watching, even if you don't say anything else. Don't bite him. I need that guy. Here, I'll save you. Shoot, I'm stupid. No, I'm crippled. That didn't save me. Okay. You don't count. Well, me on my way to make an alt account just to comment on YouTube. Wait, am I in industrial? No, I sheltered right when I entered farmers. Hostile to modders? Really? Is that just like they don't want to put in the effort to make it like work nicely with mods, or like they actively discourage it? Because I don't know anything about how I would make a game easy to mod or not. Jellyfish don't work. I could see that. If you're... I mean, that is kind of just a compromise, I guess. If you really think your own vision of the game is the best possible one, you may think like, okay, no one should mod the game because I have my own ideas for it. And I'm just gonna keep working on my own project. Like I don't want other people to mess around with it. I don't want potentially like people to get more interested in this other mod than my own creation. But also that's just like that's still positive for your game overall. I actually can't really think of any situation where mods like overtook or were like a problem for a game. You just like, hey, this game is like, I guess like worst case, which is not really worst case, but it's like, hey, this game is cool, but it's cool if you get this mod. Like, you should play this game just so you can play this mod for it. It's like, okay, people are still playing your game, you know? Yeah, it's like people who mod like Nintendo games, like those are also like they are also very like hostile to people playing their games in different ways, but people will do it anyway, even if there's a very high chance of their mods being like deleted from the internet. I mean, there's only so much they can do, you know, so. Don't die. Also, like, fly a little bit higher, actually. No, that's the den. Oh, no, it isn't. Wait, we have a chance. Hey, that doesn't involve attacking me, you know. How do I do this? Oh, I'm stupid. I thought that would arc down way more than it did. I actually probably could have thrown it from way up there. I think there was another bomb. What if I just threw like a bunch of bombs all at once? But the game is really good. Actually, you've given me a perfect reason to not play the game, other than just I don't want to. Yes, sir. I mean, sometimes that kind of works as a strategy for game development. Just make the changes that you want to see for the game yourself, and then an audience will find you that enjoys that kind of game. You know, if you try to appeal to like the biggest audience, then it might kind of lose the parts that made it like that made the game good in the first place. How many times can I miss a bomb like that? I'm just gonna do this. I think this would save some time. I'm trying to like not swing into the bomb explosion, you know? If I just keep the momentum going, I might just like launch myself into the explosion and die immediately. Also, I'm worried that the center wing is just gonna fly away at any moments and just den or something. Oh, I've heard this somewhere else. About developers like not wanting to receive like assistance where people like obviously know where there's a problem and how to fix it. I think that might be it. There's a pretty big difference in the actual quality of the games, however. What if I ate one of the bombs? Wait, don't eat the jellyfish, Saint. You can't even eat it. That kind of reminds me of something funny in Cleanfall. For a long time, the demo was a thing, and it was only chapter 1. It was only the first, like, 2 major areas of the game. Which actually turns out, now that we have chapter 2, and more, are they called chapters? Am I making that up? Now that there's been more updates of the game and more content added, we've found out that the beginning of the game is actually quite unique in the way that it functions. So people asking for like, please change this or add this quality of life feature or whatever, like that only applies to 1 chapter actually, and it's going to be completely different the moment you move out of that place. Obviously, you know, it's still good to like improve chapter 1 because you start every run there. I missed. What if you went for that lizard instead? Okay, can I eat this food and then get the jellyfish and bomb back? That would be a challenge. So one thing in particular is people asking for a clock or some way to tell when the night comes, which is really funny. I was reading through some of the Discord. I guess maybe that has contributed to the addition of some of those like progress bars in later areas that show you like when the next wave is going to come. Okay, let's just shelter here. Here's the strategy, alright? Drop the jellyfish off, because I don't need them until later. Pick up a pearl. Also, I guess also drop the pearl off. Man, there's not a lot of items I'm carrying. I feel like I could just bomb you and you would just die to the worm grass, yeah? Well, now you're no longer in the worm grass. Can I find a speeder anywhere around here? Oh wait, spore puffs. Those are an easy way to kill Centipede. Are they still over there? Probably not. I can have a look. I kind of wonder how game developers feel about this particular thing that like speedrunners like to do, of like dissecting the game's code and understanding every mechanic very, very clearly so that they can play the game optimally. Like Lethal Company comes to mind as a game that's like people have tried to optimize, like learn all the monster behavior and like how to search for items more efficiently and such. And it's like it kind of defeats like the horror aspects of the game a lot. When you walk into the facility, you know exactly what's going to happen. Like that's the exact opposite of like the fear of the unknown, you know. But also like you know, people who play the game for the first time, they're experiencing the horror game part of it, and everyone else just like, this is a fun game to like collect loot in. There's no Centipede anywhere else in this in the map. Is there even like an optimal way to play Renworld though? Other than I guess just like mastery of the world of like knowing where to get food and where to shelter and like how to avoid creatures, but like that's just like also the intended way that you're like supposed to improve at the game, you know? Okay, are the centipedes gone? Where are the spawns in farm arrays? They're actually a lot fewer than I thought. Can I stomach one of these? I can. Let me go grab a pearl. Just cross the toll. People are kind of going through that process for Silksong at the moment. Looking through the code, like looking at like damage values for everything to find like which tools and which like crests and whatever is optimal. But I did enjoy just playing and using whatever I enjoy. Although sometimes I feel like having access to that information is also nice. because given two options, and I prefer both options, I enjoy using both options. I'd rather pick the one that does more damage. You know, like at the end of the day, you can always just like make a decision based on what is like optimal or most like powerful. You know, sometimes it does feel bad to like not use something because it's like bad or inefficient. But that's also why people like challenge themselves and pick the like rare, the more uncommon options. Yeah, just literally become a statue. The statue that spits at you for no reason. What the heck? How do you move through that so fast? They're actually crazy fast in pipes. What? Do you want to come over here to the scavengers and like die? Some people complain like, why are you like focusing, like why are you trying to tryharding so much? Why are you trying to optimize the game so much? Just have fun. Like that is having fun. That is like the challenge. That is the like the flow state of like I want to like figure out what strategy, what like kind of things I can do to be the most efficient. And I've probably already played the game in a way that was like not optimal and just like me exploring and having fun, and like this is the way that I keep exploring it. Also, I'm getting very cold. Speedrunners don't speedrun a game on their first playthrough. That's like how to sabotage your experience. I don't go into game like, oh, I can't wait to like skip all the content. It's like, I'm gonna have fun in this game, and if I really enjoy it, then I'm gonna keep playing it by speedrunning it. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna freeze to death. There's no. I was too slow. I'm trying to juggle a lot of things, but I only have like 2 goals left. Can I just like kill the like? Can I just go kill the center wing? Can I just get this over with? Like, I should complete this goal back like in industrial, like an hour ago. Over an hour ago. How do I do this though? Really, that counts? No. Okay. Too slow. Maybe I could have tried to throw the Spore Puff first. I don't know. But I'm worried that that's just going to kill them instantly. And the bomb won't count. Also, what I was trying earlier is just to like stab them twice and then throw the bomb, but then the like Senate wing stops. It's harder to hit them, I think. Not visiting any of the Cleanfall streams. Okay. I will stream the game again whenever an update comes out. I think is significant enough. I might also stream Silksong tomorrow. It depends on how confident I feel with the routes. So I'm just gonna try a speedrun. It's a horrible day to exist in Rain World. Want that, Pearl? You good, dude? Silksong tomorrow? Just maybe. Where'd it go? The jellyfish that just vanishes? What? Oh, there it is. How's it all the way down there? Okay, I can finally stop carrying around this jellyfish everywhere. Whoops, sorry. Just a white lizard here, isn't there? That's just another one of you. Okay, so I really gotta kill a Centerwing now. That's certainly a way to do that room. Nothing in this room. It's the void of life. The real difficulty is not killing myself. Or not missing the bomb horribly. And I only got one shot. I could shelter first. That would save the effort of having to cross the toll if I mess it up. Remember when Yeeks were functional as a tool that the player could use to cross some terrain? Those were the days. I guess I could try. No, the other room. Well, maybe I'll check this way, and then if it works, I can go grab a Yeek as well. Okay. Centerwing. How do I do this? Like, I guess I should wait for them to be on the ground because it should hit them. I also don't know if I throw both of these objects at the same arc. Because they're aggroed on me. I'm fumbling? Okay, so now they're just dead. That actually counted. That took so long. Go down. Well, I went this way. That is a surprisingly difficult challenge. Also, I'm pretty sure that, like, Centerwing's health is just randomized, so you wouldn't even really have a consistent setup to use spears to weaken them first. And bombs always do less damage than you think they will. I'm grabbing the feeling. I think it's a little bit strange to force Rain World discussion in that community, but you know, go ahead and you can do that if you want, I guess. Also, I don't like talking in big discords like that, even though it's not a very big discord. I'm happy hiding in the one Rain World speedrun Discord server. Also, why'd I go to Sky Islands? Can I have gone anywhere else that would have been more convenient, maybe? I guess. Okay, what is the natural way that I could bring up rain world in this Discord server? How about I mention the game's procedural animation? That'll lead to such a smooth transition. Let me also advertise Scav game. I love just like not caring about falling and just like, well, I fell. I guess I'll just save myself. Oh, I gotta eat. How am I gonna eat carrying this guy around? How am I gonna? Let's just go this way. You actually kind of swing faster when you're carrying a yeek in a weird way. Get back here. Don't get eaten by a lizard. Yo, what sounds are you making now? I've made like one thing ever with procedural animation, so I'm basically an expert. Actually, I guess you could say that like most of the things that I've created are procedural animation because I'm really not good at like frame by frame animation, so I might as well use code to make things move around. But it's usually just like with springs and such, so it's pretty simple. Pound car. How do I get past this guy? Actually, this is the dead end. Where are you going? Yeah! Violence. I like these cycles are so short. It's already cold. That's a white lizard. Anyone else see it? Oh, wow, okay. That was a very quick reaction. Like, oh, they're looking away from me. Maybe I can sneak past this lizard into this pipe. Yes, I did see it. Okay. The way the chat... Oh, I have to do all of this over again. I'm suddenly less motivated to do anything. That's why the cycle was so... That's why the cycle was so, short. Me, a member of the human species, prepared to make some absolutely devious inventions. Wow, that was way easier than last time. Lizard in the room? What? Yeah, I guess Sky Island is the easiest way. Not really. If I ever wanted to design more stuff, I would probably do it myself. But thank you for the offer. And one entire extra gate. Why do they do this? They're like stressed out by going through a gate so their voice changes. Also, they look very two-dimensional right now. This Yeek's face. So are they broken or are they happy? Do you have a good answer? Do we have any consistent... Oh my goodness. Hardest game ever created. I got asthma. Yo, that was kind of smooth. Maybe. Maybe it's like something to do with their personality or some... I don't know. Surely these yellow lizards won't make things difficult. Surely my movement won't make things difficult. You just eat this one piece of fruit. One piece. I want... I need a button for the stream whenever I say One Piece. Hi, lizard. That's a pearl, by the way. Oh, me when I press the jump button and I jump really high, just like it should happen when I have a yeek. Oh yeah, I died to the white lizard. Don't do that. That's what I learned. I think maybe I'm treating Saint kind of like Monk. Like, oh, I'm like a pacifist. I'm not very good at combat, so therefore creatures are not actually that hard to deal with. But then they're actually quite dangerous. Maybe even actually higher than normal. I mean, maybe. Hypothetically, theoretically. There's some sort of variable that determines the difficulty of the campaign, and it just happens to be set higher for Saint. That might influence the aggressive behaviors of lizards. Maybe they thought that Saint, as the last campaign, should be more difficult than the others. No, I'm not. Apparently I don't know any games at all, actually. Oh, good thing I have enough karma. Don't make that mistake. Alright, so if there were noodle flies, I would have tried to eat some of those. Unfortunately, I made a miscalculation. Okay, that took way too long. It's always like some random challenge that ends up being difficult that you don't expect. Making new games a Hotline Miami clone? Cool. At least I'm familiar with that game. At least I know one thing. Damn, I threw him too far. Wait, they're pacified, but you can still jump with them? Okay, I was wondering if maybe they would actually function better, but it seems like they're still a bit jank. Yeah, I'm still getting some small jumps here and there. That's funny. Their like jumping ability is like independent of their own AI. So even when they're disabled, they can still jump for you. Unlike Squidcadas, which will just fall to the ground and not carry you when they're pacified. Wow, that really sounds like the kind of game that I would be interested in. And by that I mean it's like the exact opposite of the game. Anyway, that's the end of the stream. That was a decent game, I guess. I could have done a lot of things better, but it's Saints, so it's, you know, a little bit challenging. Thanks everyone for watching. Oh, I have a bingo game in like 5 hours. Let me just confirm that. Extra sure of it. Yeah, 5 hours. Almost exactly, actually. Go check out the Rain World Speedrun event Twitch channel or something like that. If you want to watch that, if anyone actually will be around for that. Thanks everyone for watching. See ya.